welcome to TLC Tarot. Please remember I have two channels. I've had some really heavy readings, so they're intense. They're not for the, for the faint-hearted. So I'm trying to get away from that energy so that we have another brand new fresh reading. But it looks like there's a lot of people going through breakups at the moment, or just some really difficult times in their connections. So I just want to say to you, like, all my readings are timeless. Please don't just think I posted one this week. It's got to be about this. You can look through the channels and see if there's a title there that resonates with you. Okay, so I already pulled your oracle cards just so I can get a vibe for the reading. And you have Butterfly Spirit. Transformation is beautiful. And look at this. Do you see that there's a crown here, the crown chakra? And there's all these little butterflies happening. So I really do think this is about manifestation. I do think there is some kind of change in you, and I do feel this kind of is happening soon in the next couple of days or whatever, next couple of weeks. I feel like you've had a lot of ideas, and some of them could be coming to light, good or bad. So really be careful what you're thinking and feeling right now and what you're saying to people. So if you just think that's a bit of idle gossip, just be careful. If you keep your thoughts positive and your words respectful, then let's manifest those in, right? Okay, then you have Fox Spirit. Think on your feet. Okay, so you might be a little bit impulsive right now. Okay, you are never alone in the reverse. I do kind of feel like you're having to defend yourself a little bit, either from something that's been said or from something that's coming into fruition. But then you get Badger Spirit. Be fearless and bold. So whatever comes your way, please do not think that you cannot face it. Okay, if you can talk to somebody about what you're going through or what's happening to you, because I think this is going to knock you out of the blue. This kind of feels like a bit of a tower moment here. You know, like if the universe didn't make things uncomfortable, then you would never move, would you? So it's easier said than done when it's not happening to somebody else, right? So you're not alone, okay? You are not alone. Please find someone to talk to, your friends, your family. If you don't feel safe doing that, or you just don't feel like you have that kind of support network around you right now, you can always journal, and you can throw it away, burn it, whatever you want to do. Okay, so let's have a little look. Try and keep your space very safe. And what I mean by that is, you know, if you need time to get grounded, if you need to recharge your batteries, then don't just say yes to every invitation. Don't let someone walk over your boundaries. Like if it's, I need to come home and relax, excuse me, but someone's like, oh, I have a last minute birthday party I agreed to organize or something like that, then take yourself somewhere, like on a drive or a walk or something like that. Just keep yourself really safe right now. Okay, so you have the Magician in the reverse. So you may not be thinking your manifestations are coming to light, maybe because it's been so long, maybe because you haven't got any proof around you. I think that's why it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks, because out of nowhere you could have had, like, sorry, I'm shaking the camera, aren't I? You had like 20 years worth of manifestation hit you in the face. So it could be very overwhelming, and you may not actually feel prepared for this with the think on your feet. You are not alone, so that might mean, you know, if this is a good overwhelming feeling, a good upheaval, then it could be, you know, how do I prepare for so much abundance right now? How do I prepare for so much all at once? But be fearless and bold. Trust yourself that you can do this. Same goes if this feels quite negative right now. We have manifestation in the reverse, so that's like not really believing things are going to happen for you. I feel really exhausted. So you could have worked a really long time for some of this stuff to happen. So by the time it gets here, maybe you can't appreciate it like how you imagined or how you wish you could, or give it the full energy. But I think that's why you're being asked to be fearless and bold. It's just like, you know what, if we plan everything, we forget to enjoy it. That's why you have the strength here. Just know you can do this. You can get through this no matter what it is. Okay, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. So I think things are gonna start working out good for you, for someone here. Okay, I think things are really, if you've wanted healthier relationships, if you wanted better health, if you wanted a better career, if you wanted better emotional health, stuff like that, I really do think it's going to fall into place for you, to the point maybe you have not ever really had that, so that when it hits you, you could be looking for the angle, you know, you could be looking for the negative in it, and it may not happen, babes. So if you look for shit, you're going to find shit, right? So let's see what's going on here. Oh my god, because I was scared looking at the oracle, but looking at these tarot cards for someone here, this looks good. The Hierophant in the reverse, maybe things did not happen in the conventional way, or, you know, the goals that you thought it would, or maybe you had to cut a lot of corners, maybe you had a lot of doors that slammed in your face, maybe you had a lot of rejections. So I don't think it's actually happening in the way that you thought it would. So if you had like a 5-year plan, it may have taken you 15 years. Wow. Wow, I love this. But I'm hearing that it had to be this way. It had to take this long because you wouldn't have been ready. You wouldn't have been ready. And what I mean by that is, like, you wouldn't have been able to appreciate it. You wouldn't have been able to be like the CEO of it. Ace of Cups, it's love, babe. There's true love coming your way. Oh my god, it could be with a Leo. Whew. Or an Aquarius, I'm hearing, but I'm not seeing any Aquarius cards yet. Yeah, so maybe that's why this is going to hit you. I keep looking, oh, it could be with a Libra. So it could be with an air sign. Because it's this that's really throwing me off, the Fox Spirit in the reverse. So if you were thinking, I want to be 25 by the time I'm married, I want to be 27 by the time I've had 2 children, I want to be 30 by the time I've got my, you know, own business, I want to be 40 by the time, you know, I open another business, whatever, right? It's not happening that way, which is probably why you have not allowed yourself to enjoy this manifestation, because you're just like, oh god, that plan, those dreams, I call bullshit. It's something like that, but you are asking just to hold on a little bit longer. You've had a lot to endure. And the reason for this, I'm hearing, is because you had a lot to learn. You had a lot to learn because you had to be ready for when it does hit you. And it's going to be better than you ever imagined. So what you thought you wanted for yourself, I'm hearing like tenfold. Yeah, also for some of you, this person you get involved with might not want to get married. But that doesn't mean they're not committed to you in some way. Okay, that's just a little side piece. Wow. That's why you have to take this new opportunity head on. You can't sit there with doing a health risk assessment, the pros and cons list, you know what I mean? There is someone coming into you who is all about you. The Sun card, yeah, it could be a Leo. That's twice now. We've got 2 Leo cards here with the Strength from the Sun. Could be a fire sign, so it could be a Leo and a Libra. I mean, I'm getting Aries and Virgo. Well, you've got all the suits here, so fire, earth, air, water. So, but 2 Leo cards currently, and you have the Devil. Oh my gosh. Okay. And you have the Emperor in the reverse. Okay, let's just get the energy of the reading here. What's the energy, please? What's the energy, overall energy? Oh, hello. 10 of Cups, King of Wands. This person isn't, I'm sorry, it's natural light, so I can't do much about it. This person isn't who you expected. Yeah, this isn't like your normal type, or, I mean, I don't have a type, but I have an idea of what I would waste my time on, you know, or waste time on, or invest in, or which, but I don't think that applies here. I don't think that this person is going to be what you expected, or what meets your vision board, or your goals, something like that. I think it's going to be, that's what's going to be scary about this. It's kind of like, well, where did you come from? That's not how it's supposed to be, you know. Something like the criteria, something about the criteria. You didn't meet the criteria, or yeah. Okay, let's just see. So the Magician in the reverse, please. Oh, that's a lot of cards. The Moon in the reverse, the Knight of Cups in the reverse, yeah, the Six of Swords, and the Hermit. You have not been able to manifest things on the way that you wanted to, in the time frame that you wanted to, and this has taken a lot of inner strength to get yourself out of, you know, victim mode, or some really tough spots, or from hurt and pain. So maybe you have rejected love, maybe you have spent a lot of your energy trying to find new goals, trying to focus on other things, but that doesn't mean that deep down that ever went away. You know, that little fantasy. Like, what do they say? Like, little girls plan their wedding when they're young and stuff like that. There's a fly around here. I don't like flies. That never went away. Just because you chose not to give in to that daydream or that fantasy doesn't mean that that wasn't your heart's truth, you know. Strength, please. Woo, that's kind of quick. Six of Pentacles. I feel like you've tried lots of different things. So maybe you tried going out with different types of guys or girls to find out what worked for you. And I also think you've had to, the reason for this is because you had to learn a lot from each relationship, whether good or bad, you know. Ten of Swords, and that's so you can come out of some kind of burden, some kind of some kind of burden that you put on yourself, or that you were put through at a very young age. Also, I think this person that is coming in now is going to give equally to you if you've never really received that. I feel like you're very guarded, and this person is going to show you, you know, like the meaning of generosity, like the meaning of understanding, like the meaning of patience. And I think it's actually going to do you the world of good. I think it is going to reduce a lot of your external pressures, because mentally you're in your I could be talking to an air sign here, so I really feel like you're in your head a lot. You really I feel like if something doesn't work, you've got to come up with a new idea how to you know, okay, that didn't work, let's go in this direction. Okay, that didn't work, let's go in that direction. Which is why things haven't been conventional for you, because they weren't just, you know, turn left or turn right. It was just, there was loops and gaps and holes and roundabouts and bridges and tunnels and ladders. So you've always had to think on your feet. So I could be talking to someone who's a bit of a hustler here too, like having to make ends meet all the time, or get back up all the time. But this person coming in is going to reduce a lot of that stress, because they're going to show you consistency. They're going to show you equal give and take, and they could even show you equality. Okay, that's a big thing for somebody here. Ten of Pentacles. Sorry, I was just checking the time. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, yeah. Sorry, I just got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and the Tower in the reverse. Okay, so if you've had a lot of failed experiences and relationships, it was actually saving you from how bad it could have been worse. Okay, and I'm not downplaying someone's emotional pain or any like traumatic experiences or anything like that. But if you'd have stayed, it would have been a hell of a lot worse for you, in the sense that, so if you know if one relationship mentally fried you, chances are you got out at the right time. If you didn't get that promotion or you didn't get that job, maybe you're being saved from something about that, like maybe the company got investigated or something like that and you would have been linked to it or something, you know. Anything else to say about the Ten of Pentacles? Ten of Wands. It's been really hard to get stability, okay? So I think that's why you've also given up on relationships and true love and things like that, because that's probably why you had like a checklist, you know, like a goal. Because how can I even think about romance and candlelight if I don't know where I'm going to live next week? How can I think about buying that sexy outfit and that sexy lingerie for that date if I don't know where my next meal's coming from or something like that? I mean, and don't downplay it, because I know that sounds kind of like extreme, but I really do think you've had a lot of upheaval and chaos in your life. And this, so I get it. I get why this has been hard for you. So I'm trying to think of the word. Oh my God, I'm trying to think of the word. It's like reactive. You're always having to react to the latest situation. So, and I don't mean react as in like have an outburst or anything like that. I mean react as in like, okay, the house is flooded. We've got to find somewhere to live, and then I've got to still get the kids to school. So that means I'm going to have to get the school uniform. Okay, we're going to have to eat takeaways because we're in a motel room with no microwave. So then I've got a budget for that, and then I've got to. It kind of feels like that. So the thinking on your feet part, even though it's in the reverse, I think all of that stress is going to go away, and it just comes from someone walking into your life who just kind of brings the chaos down a little bit. They just have this energy. They have this energy of, I'm here. Not it's going to be all right or I'm going to make it better. It's like, I'm here. What do you need? All right. Okay, leave that with me. I'll take care of it. And I don't think you've had that kind of support before. And this is what's going to freak you out. This is where you're going to go into your like, you know, fight or flight kind of mode, because it's just like, wait a minute. You know, people have done this in the past, but then they don't stick around, or I'm just better to do it myself because what if for whatever reason you don't show up that day or something like that. And this is, yeah, I feel like someone needs to breathe for a start. King of Wands in the reverse. Again, I'm not downplaying what you've been through, so I can see you've had a lot of upheaval that wasn't fair to deal with. Four of Pentacles. This person's bringing a lot of stability into your life. I feel like this person's very, I feel like they're very alpha. So, like on the surface, they may look very masculine, but underneath, they're very the opposite of how they look. So, what am I trying to say? Yes, on the outside, he might look like a gladiator. Underneath, he might be like a healer or totally Buddha or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's gonna shock you, and that's the energy he brings. So his exterior brings the energy of, I got you, I'm here for you, I'm strong enough, you can put it on my shoulders, you can lean on me. But underneath, I think he's also gonna be like, all right, babes, tell me about your day. I'm listening. Tell me, like, What are you feeling? What are you thinking right now? And I think that's really gonna mess you up in the head. It's like, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I'm not used to that. Something along those lines. What's the energy here? King of Wands in the reverse, please. I don't know which way that want to fly out. It's, yeah, there's like a soulmate connection here. So if it's not someone from your past, it's someone that you were linked to in your past lives, okay? Hierophant. Top of the morning to you. Okay, to be sure. The Hierophant in reverse, please. 9 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, you put a lot of pressure on yourself that things didn't work out as and when you planned them, that you had a lot of missed opportunities here, so I think you've kind of given up on yourself. 5 of Cups, what you've got to actually do, like, I'm getting a little bit annoyed at you, and I don't mean to, my lovely, but I think it's because you're annoyed at yourself. I think what's actually happening is that while you've been putting pressure on yourself that you haven't met your goals, your targets at a certain age, by a certain time frame, stuff like that, what you're not giving yourself credit for is the amount of emotional disappointments, pain, hurt, situations, relations that you've had to come out of. And you're out of them. You are, right? You are. Okay, so let's not just ignore. I think puppy's hungry. Sorry. You're not giving yourself credit for that, and that's what's taken up a majority of the time of your time. That's why there's been all these delays. That's why your targets haven't been met in the time frame that you know, your expectations haven't been met, you know. And I think that's why we got the message of, you know, it was all about divine timing. You had to be ready, and you're kind of beating yourself up that it took you so long to get over certain things. So you could have been like, well, I was only with him for 2 years, so why did it take me 7 years to get over him or her, whatever, you know? Ace of Cups, but there is true love here. There's a lot about equality. So I think this person is here to share the burden with you. This person's in it. What's the Ace of Cups doing here, please? Just keeping an eye on the time. 2 of Wands. Oh my God, it's that duality again, isn't it? This is your other half, right? This is your other half. And if I'm talking to someone who no longer has allowed themselves to believe in twin flames, snowflakes. Sorry. Snowflakes, maybe by December. Maybe by December or January you might meet this person, I don't know. Yeah. The 2 of Wands in the traditional deck are either side of the guy in the picture, right? And then you have Justice here, which is the black and the white, either side, right? And then you have the 6 of Pentacles here, either, you know, mirroring each other either side with the giraffes. To me, with the 2 of Wands, it means this person is a good match. This person gets you. It's not, oh, she's emotional, so I have to be understanding and patient. It's not, oh, you know, he's an alpha, so I have to be the submissive one. This is really equal. So I do feel I'm talking to a very independent female or a very independent male, and whoever's coming in will be a very good mirroring match for you. Okay. So anything else to say about the Ace of Cups? Yeah, okay. So you have the 9 of Swords with the Empress reverse with the Ace of Swords. God, it's got very hot all of a sudden. Sorry, excuse me. So the reason why this is such a match is because this person has also been through some very, very difficult relationships. So this could have been their mother. You know, if you connect on we had a very overpowering parental figure. This can also be they've got some relationship scars, stuff like that. But that's why it's equal. This person knows what survival instinct is. This person knows what fight or flight is. This person knows what rejection and abandonment issues are. This person may know what PTSD is or anxiety is. This person may know what depression is or how to come out of that, and the journey you have to take. This person may be very spiritual and know what spiritual awakenings are like, because it's not all rainbows and cupcakes, is it, folks? Justice, please. Why is justice here? Two sides of a coin, or mirror or something like that. Four of Cups, Page of Pentacles. It has taken a very long time for the universe to balance you both out, you and this other person that you're attracting in. And that's why I'm hearing divine timing. You both have had a lot of soul contracts to complete, some life lessons to learn and come out of. And that does not mean that they do not come with their symptoms, okay? So that's possibly why it's taken as long as it has to attract this ideal partner, because you both had to allow for healing. Something that you, my lovely, do not give yourself credit for. Something you do not allow yourself to see as an obstacle or something like that. You're your worst critic. So am I talking to a Virgo? Yeah, maybe a Capricorn? That's too many cards, sorry. Let me just shuffle those again. Do you have anything else to say about the Justice card? That's why this is taking so long. That's why this has been a slow starter. There has to be an element of when you're both ready to come, like when you're both ready to do your healing or something like that. Two of Swords in the reverse. Yes, so you will be talking to this person soon. And I think you will recognize this person straight away just by how they talk, just by how they treat people. I'm seeing something like you may recognize him by how he talks to children. That's going to be real big for you. So I don't know if you work in a school. I don't know if you do like children's mental health counseling or something like that. But you're going to recognize instantly yourself in this person. Okay, the Sun card, please. Knight of Swords in the reverse. You've been very impatient with yourself on what your idea of happiness is, and when you should have it and how long. Like maybe you think you're too old. Maybe you think you're too old. Yeah, maybe you think you're too old. Three of what? Yeah, you're too old for this dream. And I think the dream is this relationship, like how happy this relationship is going to make you, how easy this relationship is going to be, how many other things manifest, and how much abundance comes to you by being connected with one another. I really do think this is like your twin flame. I'm sorry if you don't believe in that. Whoever I'm speaking to, I'm talking to a pessimist here, definitely. But your heart isn't pessimistic, is it? Your heart, deep down, you really believe in all that stuff. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Devil. Where's the Devil card here, please? Life has been very hard to you. Life has given you some hard lessons to learn. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay. I need a bit more there, please. Okay. I'm getting like one really strong message, but I don't think that's going to be for a lot of people watching this. Okay, I get the message, sorry. Five of Swords in the reverse, yeah. So, the reason why you've had some really hard messages is you've had a lot of toxic people around you, people in your family, people in your circle, people in your environment, okay? They have not been healthy for you at all. And I think the fact is, at a very young age, you were very, very spiritual. I think you were very intuitive, and you were rejected for this. You know, maybe as a child you were told, shut up, we don't say things like that, or how do you know that kind of stuff. You were made to feel bad for just speaking and being and knowing stuff, right? And so somebody cut off your intuition very, very early with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, and the High Priestess. So maybe if you did have some downloads as a kid or something like that, or you said something very young that was on point, you learned that you learned to feel bad about it. And I feel like your partner may have done too. That's why they look the complete opposite of what they actually are. I think you're both very spiritual. Which would explain the twin flame thing. But now you're starting to learn about those people who tried to remold you, who told you were bad, some that told you were wrong, that you shouldn't do stuff like that, that we don't speak like that, we don't say things like that to people. Yeah, it's so obvious to you now. It's so obvious to you that these people have their own fucked up issues, but they condemned you for your powers, your gifts, your knowledge, your words. And that's possibly how this partner knows exactly what it's like with the Nine of Swords, the Empress in the reverse, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse to be silenced, for no one to listen to their truth, for no one to believe them, something like that. Okay, the Emperor in the reverse. Excuse me. I've had this cold for like 4 weeks. Every time I call the doctor, she can't get through, so I'm just making up my own remedies now from the fridge. Two of Cups in the reverse. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Sorry, that fly. Ace of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. Right, hang on. Because now it's kind of cut off and it's gone into a brand new situation. Why is the Emperor in the reverse here? Real blunt, please. Real blunt. Four of Swords. No, I need a different one. Where's a different one? Hello? Kimmy? Where's my little oracle deck? Oh, right there, sorry. Okay, why is the, has that made the lighting really bad? Why is the Emperor in the reverse here with the Two of Cups in the reverse, Queen of Swords in the reverse, Ace of Wands in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles? Why is the Emperor in the reverse here, please? Lay a solid foundation. Watch your words. Let Spirit guide you. Oh, there's one underneath. Magic works through you. Lay a solid foundation. Watch your words. Oh! Okay, thank you. Don't talk yourself out of this. Okay? I get it. You have boundaries. You have some scars. You have some, you know, memories and possibly some trauma and things that you can't ever ignore. Okay? They taught you a lesson. But all that you need to get from that, if this hits you like a ton of bricks when it comes in, because again, I think you're going to feel very overwhelmed. And I think what you're going to do as a survival technique, as a coping mechanism, is to talk yourself out of it, or to only look for the faults, to tell yourself, that's love bombing, that's a red flag, that's gaslighting, things like that. You know, sorry, I thought there was a knock at the door. excuse me. And you need to be careful about that. You need to be careful of that. You really need to be careful of that. So what you can do is take your time. You can take your time, get to know this person, communicate with this person. Because I think they're mature enough to handle it. You know, they know you've been through some kind of abuse, and that's because they recognize it. They've been through it too. So yeah, when you get scared, that doesn't mean they're not going to get scared. When you feel strong, doesn't mean that they can't be weak. This is why I think it's twin flame. I think you're very much going to be mirroring each other. And that can trigger a lot of things about ourselves that we need to heal. So maybe you really need to nurture and respect this by laying the foundation, watching how you speak to each other. What's the other word? Let spirit guide you. And I can't remember the other one. But by laying the foundation, watch your words. Be careful what you tell yourself. Be careful how you communicate with this person. You know, it's like if you want this, feed it. You know, like just like a plant. You know, it's got to be about the right. It's got to have sunlight. It's got to have soil. It's got to have water. It's got to have attention. So if that's something you don't think is possible, you communicate that with that person, or you just say, I'm sorry, you know, this week I'm very busy, or you know, I'm getting scared this week, can you just be patient with me? You need to be honest and open, because I really do think this is a mature, nurturing, loving relationship, and I really do think you could be happy. Let me know how it goes. I wish you all the best, my loves. Love and light.